alternate fuel vehicles are suddenly seeing a lot of action, and not without reason. Fuel prices have gone through the roof, and it's hitting us common people extremely hard. Now, EVs, they have offered some hope, but then lack of proper charging infrastructure and range anxiety are still two big elephants in the room that need to be addressed. Now, Honda says it has a solution. Now, it's not the ideal solution because you still need fuel. However, what Honda is aiming at is making that hole in your wallet due to the increased fuel prices a little smaller. How? With this. This is the all-new Honda City Electric Hybrid. Now, Honda isn't new with hybrids. They brought in the Honda Civic Hybrid way back in 2008, and that sold well in limited numbers. Now, the question is, does this Honda City Electric Hybrid have enough to convince the buyers? Well, let's find out. Now, on the design front, the Honda City Electric Hybrid remains largely unchanged, but there are a few cosmetic changes. Let's take a look. Now, these LED headlamps and this fat chrome bar, they've been retained. However, below the chrome bar, it now gets this honeycomb effect, which looks quite nice. And if you notice, the Honda badge is now a blue line badge. Now, these badges are specific to Honda's hybrid vehicles. Apart from that, you get this new claw type housing on the fog lamps, which looks much cooler than before. Now, moving to the sides, there are no changes to the Hybrid City whatsoever. Even the 16-inch diamond cut alloy wheels have been retained. We think Honda should have given new design alloy wheels in order to make the Hybrid City stand out even further. Now, moving to the rear, as you can see, this nice looking LED tail lamp, it's been retained from before, but you get this brand new lip spoiler that adds a sporty touch, and adding a further sporty touch is this below. It's a Ford diffuser with carbon fiber effect that again looks very nice. Now, the Honda City, it was already a very good looking car, and these slight cosmetic changes on the hybrid variant, they've just refreshed it further. Now, the interiors get subtle changes as well. First up, you notice the new ivory black finish on the interiors, which I think frankly looks much better than the beige finish on the standard City. Then of course, no manual handbrake here because you get an electronic parking brake, and that's freed up some space here, so you get additional storage as well. Apart from that, the dashboard layout, the seats, the 8-inch infotainment system, which frankly still feels a generation behind the competition, has been retained. However, the speedometer console now gets additional readouts for the hybrid system. Now, the seats, legroom and in-cabin space is the same. You can check out our Honda City review video for it, and since we're very short on time, we shall move on to the more important bits. However, an important update is the boot space. Due to placement of the lithium-ion battery in the boot and the presence of a space-saver tyre, boot space now stands at 306 litres as against 506 litres in the standard City. On the features front, the City Hybrid gets an 8-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay connectivity, an 8-speaker premium sound system, ambient lighting, electric sunroof, and an updated version of Honda Connect with Amazon Echo, Google Assistant, and smartwatch integration. However, there is still no wireless charging or wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, and very importantly, no ventilated seats. However, it's on the safety front where Honda has upped the game significantly. Along with the already present safety suite of 6 airbags, Honda Lane Watch, multi-angle rear-view camera, tire pressure monitoring system, vehicle stability assist, and hill start assist, the Honda City Hybrid also gets autonomous technology called the Honda Sensing Suite. You now also get collision mitigation braking system, which will slow or stop the car automatically in case of an emergency. Then you have road departure mitigation, which automatically steers the car back into your lane should you be veering off. Lane keeping assist system provides steering assistance to keep the vehicle centered in the lane. And finally, you also get adaptive cruise control and auto high beam system. Now let's get to the heart of the matter. Now this city isn't a mild hybrid that you so commonly see. In fact, the city hybrid is classified as a strong hybrid, and let me tell you why. Now, powering this car is an Atkinson cycle 1.5 litre 4-cylinder iVTEC petrol engine, and that engine is linked to two electric motors. Now, one of the motors acts as a generator while the other motor is the propulsion motor. And both these motors are powered by a lithium-ion battery which is placed in the boot. Another interesting aspect in the city hybrid is the gearbox, or rather the lack of it. Yes, you heard right. Even though Honda claims the hybrid has an eCVT gearbox, it's actually just a single high-speed gear with most of the drive being provided by the electric motor. So basically, at lower speeds, the car runs solely as an EV, and as the speeds get higher, the petrol motor kicks in. So the city runs in pure EV mode. Then you have the hybrid mode where the petrol motor is charging the generator, but drive is still through the electric motor. And then lastly, you have the engine drive mode where the petrol motor comes into play to provide the drive, but can also use electric power for bursts of acceleration. To help charging the battery quicker, you also have different levels of deceleration for power regeneration. The paddles that you see are not to go up and down the gears, but to change deceleration levels. The paddle can be used to change from gradual deceleration to quick deceleration when the driver wants to keep a distance from the car in the front or wants to slow down, such as before a corner or on a winding road or downhill road, etc. It is most useful when the driver does not want to step on the brake pedal while yet being able to maintain good vehicle control and efficiency. Power figures are pretty impressive too. The petrol motor puts out 97 bhp while the electric motor puts out an impressive 108 bhp. And you get a combined power output of 124 bhp and 253 Newton meters of torque. However, Honda claims that the hybrid city is just 0.4 seconds quicker to 100 kilometers per hour compared to the petrol CVT. To handle the extra power and torque, the city hybrid now gets disc brakes at the rear as well. Power figures aside, the important part here is fuel efficiency. Now, Honda claims the city hybrid has a claimed fuel efficiency figure of 26.5 kilometers per litre. And if real-world figures, which we will test soon, are anywhere near this claimed figure, then we think Honda deserves a pat on the back. On the go, the city hybrid feels a little weird, since it's near silent off the mark. The whole transition between the modes is extremely seamless, and it's only because you glance on the cool graphics that you know what's happening. Acceleration feels peppy and it mirrors a CVT gearbox with that rubber band effect feel. Acceleration isn't something that'll blow your mind as the speeds build linearly. Overtaking isn't a problem and you always have enough grunt for slow traffic or the big lumbering trucks on the highways. Coming to the ride and handling, the city hybrid retains the same suspension. But since it's about 120 kgs heavier, the suspension has been retuned. Ride quality is still plush and the city still absorbs the light bumps comfortably. One needs to be a little careful over the sharper bumps, but even then the city rides beautifully. Even with the retuned suspension and the additional weight, the City Hybrid retains its plush ride and offers a very comfortable drive both in the city and on the highways. While we did not really get to attack the corners, the few corners we took was enough to tell us that the City Hybrid can be entertaining as well. The steering is devoid of any feel, but has quite a bit of heft to it, which gives confidence at higher speeds. There is body roll, but it's pretty controlled, and pushing harder just evokes safe understeer. The Honda City Hybrid as of now stands out amongst the sea of alternate fuel vehicles. Whereas everyone else has their EV SUVs, Honda decided to bring in hybrid technology in their most popular sedan. Now you also have the Tigor EV, which is a sedan in the alternate fuel segment. However, that's more utility than luxury. Now with the Honda City Hybrid, Honda has tried to address range anxiety issues that you get with EVs. Also, they've tried to address the inflated fuel price issue by offering excellent fuel efficiency figures that is usually associated with hatchbacks. Now, apart from that, the Honda City Hybrid is loaded with features, it's spacious and it drives well too. Now, Honda says that the maintenance cost for the Honda City Hybrid will be slightly lesser than the standard IC car, and they also offer a standard 8-year warranty for the lithium-ion battery, which means they have the peace of mind factor covered as well. We think 17.99 lakhs, which is about 2.5 lakhs more than the top-end petrol CVT model, should be an ideal price for the Honda City Hybrid. Now, Honda's got the timing for the Honda City Hybrid to enter the market spot on. Now, all they need is to price it right.